Have you ever wondered why some people rise from nothing while others remain stuck, even though they dream of a better life every single day? Have you ever asked yourself whether success begins with luck, circumstances, or something far deeper, something hidden in the way we think about ourselves? Many people carry big dreams in their hearts, yet their lives never change. They blame society, fate, or lack of opportunity, not realizing that the true boundary lies within their own minds. Great thinkers have long said that a person's life grows in the direction of their dominant thoughts. What you believe about yourself quietly shapes what you dare to attempt, what you expect to receive, and what you think you deserve. At a crowded railway station, where trains roared in and out like restless beasts, lived a beggar known to everyone who passed through. He sat near the entrance every day, holding out a worn tin cup, his voice soft and practiced. From morning to night, he survived on coins tossed by hurried passengers, some out of pity, others out of guilt. He dreamed, often vaguely, of a better life. But the dream never went beyond wishful thinking. In his heart, he believed he was only a beggar, and so he begged. One afternoon, as the sun burned low and travelers rushed to catch evening trains, the beggar noticed a well-dressed businessman walking toward the platform. The man's shoes shone, his suit was crisp, and confidence followed him like a shadow. The beggar straightened up, certain this man would give generously. As the businessman passed, the beggar stretched out his cup. The man stopped. Instead of reaching for his wallet, he looked directly at the beggar and asked calmly, "What do you give in return?" The question hit the beggar like a slap. "Sir," he stammered, "what do you give in return for what you receive?" The businessman repeated, "Life works on exchange. You cannot keep receiving without offering something, even if it is small." Before the beggar could respond, the businessman placed nothing in the cup and walked away, disappearing into the crowd. That night, the beggar could not sleep. The words echoed in his mind. What do you give in return? For the first time in his life, he felt unsettled, not by hunger, but by truth. He realized that all his life, he had only taken. He had offered no value, no service, no effort beyond stretching out his hand. Worse still, he had accepted the idea that this was all he was worth. Days passed as he sat in the same spot, thinking deeply. One morning, as he looked around the tracks, his eyes fell on a patch of wildflowers, growing stubbornly between stones and rusted rails. An idea stirred, small, uncertain, but alive. That day, when someone dropped a coin into his cup, the beggar picked a flower and handed it to the giver. Some people looked surprised. Others smiled. A few laughed softly, touched by the simple gesture. Something strange happened. Many of them gave more than usual. From that day on, the beggar's self-image shifted. He realized people were no longer giving him money out of pity. They were paying for value, even if that value was just a flower and a smile. He gathered more flowers, learned which ones people liked, and soon began arranging small bouquets. Eventually, he left the station and started selling flowers near offices and homes. Months later, the businessman met him again, this time in a small flower shop, neat and thriving. The former beggar stood tall, confident, and proud of his work. The lesson was clear. Life does not change when circumstances change. Life changes when thoughts change. The moment a person recognizes their inner value and believes they can give something to the world, they move from limitation to possibility. What you believe about yourself determines what you become. For belief, more than luck, shapes destiny. This story teaches that success begins in the mind before it appears in life. The beggar did not change his situation by wishing or blaming circumstances. He changed it by changing how he saw himself. When he believed he had nothing to offer, life treated him that way. The moment he realized he could give value, even something small, opportunities opened. The story also teaches the law of exchange. Life rewards contribution. People receive more when they focus on what they can give, not just what they want to get. Growth starts when we stop expecting pity and start offering value.